Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Keeping Up with KiKi. So you're on the second week of my self-love journey. For those who don't know who I am, I'm new to YouTube and I've decided to document my self-love journey throughout 2020. Now, if you did see my video from last week, I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I did. So for each week during the 2020, I'm going to be doing an A to Z self-love series inspired by a letter. So last week's letter was A, and I just want to say real quickly before I get into this week's video that as I'm new to YouTube, I'm going to be obviously coming up with new content, new ideas and so forth, but as part of my information and advice that I gave from last week's video, I did actually forget to put a crucial part in there, which was the I am. So obviously am starts with A, and so throughout last week I decided to journal the I ams of myself in my life. So for example, I am love, I am gifted, I am strong, I am black, I am a woman. So that's something that I definitely feel helped me gain a lot of confidence, not only from 2020 but before. I've been on this path for a little while now, from the back end of 2019. It's just that I'm documenting it now in 2020. So yeah, if you guys who are on your self-love journey want to actually add that into this week's challenge and change, then please do so, and leave any comments below of what you are in this self-love journey and moving forward, or what you would like to become. So yeah, so this week's video is inspired by the letter D. I picked out the letter D at random. So the title is not clickbait, people. I know you probably thought, what? YouTube cured my depression. Now obviously depression starts with D, and there is so much truth to that video. So let's just get into it straight away. As I said before, at the back of 2016 to 2019, I fell into a spell of depression, and that was triggered by a breakdown in relationship, and basically me as a Piscean that I am, I do a lot of overthinking, and as part of like my life review, I just came to a conclusion that my life was very lacking and unfulfilled, and that actually made me go into my head and then overthink, and then it led me and brought me back to a place of depression. Now I have suffered from depression before, and what I actually realized was for each time that I was suffering from depression in the past was exactly the same reasons that I then fell into depression at that time. So for me, I thought to myself, this can't happen anymore. This really can't happen. I've actually either got to address the situation and the problem, or I've just got to pick myself up, move on, and try and live my best life as possible. So YouTube, why do I say that YouTube cured my depression? Sorry guys, I'm a bit fumbly. I don't want to rush this video, but I'm new to YouTube and I'm nervous, so do bear with me. Thank you. So YouTube cured my depression. Yeah, I came across YouTube, I'd say about 2017. I've always known about YouTube, but I've never really been on it. Maybe to look at a few videos that a friend recommended or requested or whatever, and I looked into it, but not to actually kind of watch YouTube and watch the YouTubers' vlogs and blogs and influencers and so forth. So for me, one day I randomly clicked on YouTube, just any random thing popped up, and I slowly started to just click on videos, watch videos, like videos, share videos, and even leave comments about my experiences and what I was going through, if it was something that I could relate to. So initially, one of the main videos that I came across was oracle readings, and I'm quite into spirituality and astrology and stuff like that. So for me, that was a box that ticked, that kind of piqued my interest, and so I started to watch oracle readings. And for me, YouTube was kind of like a distant but close community, where obviously the comment sections on these videos allow people from all walks of life around the world to leave their comment and feedback, you know. And for me, I felt very safe in that space, so I'd leave, you know, likes, or I'd say, you know, I've experienced this, this challenge, or whatever it is the video kind of resonated with. And then I'd also find myself actually liking it and replying to other people who had left comments, and just kind of dropping in a thumbs up, or liking, or giving some advice, and telling them to, you know, carry on, keep carrying on, be strong. And so for me, that was a very cool, it was an instant community, somewhere where I felt safe to express myself, partly because you couldn't really see me, even though I did have my picture up, but who would know me on the YouTube world, you know? So yeah, that's how I kind of got into it. So, you know, YouTube then became something of a daily practice for me. So every day before work, or every day when I woke up, I'd watch a motivational video, whether that was Tony Robbins, whether that was Iana Van Zant, whatever it was just something for me to get my day started. And then throughout the day, I just follow up with different videos. So sorry, a bit sweaty here. Follow up with different videos. And what I soon realized was that by me watching these videos, it made me actually come out of my head. So I would stop overthinking on my current circumstances, or my situation, or the guy I was, you know, feeling, and we wasn't talking no more. So it kind of gave me another distraction from how I was feeling, my low moods, and being depressed. And it actually just raised my spirit. So throughout the day, not only videos of vloggers or whatever like that, I'd play music from YouTube. So when I'm cleaning the house, for instance, I would play meditation music, I would play cleansing music, things like that, that would really bring down my my anxiety that I was suffering from. So I did say in previous videos that as part of my depression spell, I fell into a space where I suffered from massive social anxiety. I still have it now, but it's not at the level that it was then. I do have like mini panic attacks, but I just kind of speak to myself and say, you know what, girl, there's nothing to worry about, nothing's actually going to happen, it's all in your head. So just put that to the back of your mind, go out there and do what you got to do, and when you come home, you've achieved something, so you can give yourself a pat on the back, which I do. So yeah, for me, being depressed, I wouldn't say I'm depressed now in 2020, and I'm happy about that. I definitely have energy shifts. That's what I call it when I kind of get ticked off or I'm a bit annoyed. I wouldn't say I'm depressed, but I definitely want to come on here and share my story about depression, because I believe that as part of the depression, what was happening to me, and part of the main problem that I was having in this vicious cycle, was that I didn't speak to anybody about my depression, and that was based off fear and shame. And there's nothing to be shamed about. You know, we all go through it. We're humans. You know, life is not always on the up and up. We have our ebbs and flows, and it's just a good way to really, you know, it's a good thing to really speak out if you can do, whether that's through journaling, whether that's through speaking to somebody who you're really close to, or, you know, whether that's speaking to a helpline. You know, I know there's charities like Mind and stuff like that. You know, somebody, your GP, who I actually spoke to about, and who I was comfortable, the only person who I was really comfortable, even though I did have anxiety when I was speaking to my GP, but I was happy enough to open up to a professional who I believe wouldn't be judgmental, and explain to them that I was depressed, I lacked motivation, you know, my health was deteriorating, all those kind of things that were just, you know, ever growing, and the mountain was getting higher and higher and higher. my GP was the one person I actually felt safe with. So there's many people who may even come across this video, my family and friends, who don't even know that I'm doing this YouTube, and it'll be a surprise for them. Ta-da! It's me. Yes, it's me. But yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. And yeah, if you want to reach out to me and speak, I am an open book. So I'm starting to ramble now because I'm doing too much talking. But yeah, so for anybody out there, I'd say for anybody out there who's suffering from depression, sorry, I've got an itch. Sorry, this is just me. You see all this hair touching, awkward stuff? That's just me. So like it, dislike it, whatever. Yeah. So for anyone out there who's going through depression, who currently feels depressed, this video is directed at you to say that you are not alone. You know, we all go through it. We all go through different stages of it, with different phases of life. Don't be afraid to say that you're depressed. My main aim for these kind of videos is to inspire you and to motivate you to doing something, for taking action, to taking control of your life and getting out of this space, for you to feel much more fulfilled and ultimately feel happy. So yeah, that's my story on how YouTube cured my depression. It was a big, massive vehicle for me to even take a look at myself, take the time to reflect, and even inspire me to actually create a channel, which I'm doing now. And I'm hoping that it will help others, you know, who are going through this this journey as well. So a big thumbs up to you guys. Keep going, be strong, don't be afraid, do what you got to do, you know, in order to pull yourself up, lift yourself up out of the depressive stage, and walk towards your destiny. And speaking of destiny, I'm here in London, so I think it was back in December 2019, around like the second week of December, we had our elections for our Prime Minister and so forth, Boris Johnson. But yeah, and during that their little campaign, I used to tune in here and there to the telly, and on the day of voting, I voted for Labour, by the way. But on the day of voting, it rained, it poured, it was grey, it was gloomy. That's London anyway, but this day it was horrible. And me being my spiritual self and think that everything correlates, you know, I took that as a sign that the weather was telling us that, you know, this man, Boris Johnson, was going to become Prime Minister. And sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm getting to the other D of today's video. So yeah, it rained, it poured, and I was like, boy, this looks like it's going to be a sign that, you know what, Boris Johnson is going to become our president, and Brexit, the UK and all that, it don't look good. So anyway, I woke up the next morning, kind of just not in a rush to really find out what was going to happen, but yeah, turned on the telly, lo and behold, Boris Johnson had won the election, and he was now our new Prime Minister. And the first thing that came to my head was destiny. It wasn't even the word destiny, the song by Buju Banton, Destiny, Destiny, Mama look what way you calling. Yeah, that came to my head, and I thought, wow, that was just a random thought. I wanna rule my destiny. And I just thought to myself, yeah, I want to rule my destiny. Forget all this politics and politics, whatever. I'm going to take my own life in my own hands and do what I got to do, and make sure that I am happy, whole, healthy. You know, I'm living my best life. I'm going to travel. I'm not going to make anything restrict me. I'm not going to get caught up in, oh, we're going to lose this and we're going to have to pay more this. We're paying for everything anyway. So it was crazy. As soon as I heard that, I thought, no, I've got to run to YouTube, put in Buju Banton Destiny, and for the next, I'd say, I'm not even going to lie, next 2 or 3 hours, I just had that on loop. Destiny. I was just playing that on loop. And it was kind of just, I was kind of like amping myself up. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to move from depression to my destiny. So the second D for today's video is destiny. Take your destiny into your own hands, people. You know, whatever you want for life, whatever your life vision is, go and get it. Create it. Take one step at a time, and you will get closer to your end goal. You know, whether that's, you know, going back into studying to become a teacher, a doctor, whatever it is, weigh out the pros and the cons. And if it's feasible for you, go and do it. Don't tell nobody your plans, because, you know, there's some energy suckers out here. Just jot it down and then take the first step. You know, whether that's updating your CV, whether that's, you know, waking up and stretching if you want to get your health back. You know, that's something that I'm doing at the minute. You know, whether that's changing eating habits, you know, saying cutting out the fizzy drinks and drinking more water, whatever it is, do it. Your destiny is in your hands. Ooh, sorry, just burped there. But yeah, I don't want to keep this video for too long. So one way that I want to end these videos are by inspiring you guys and motivating you guys. So please do check in the description box. I've left a few video links for you guys to take a look at for this week. And yeah, just for you to be inspired by these videos, for you to move on, so for you to kind of have that get up and go, you know, motivation to take the next step. So definitely challenge yourself for change. And I actually forgot to give you guys the quote, the inspirational quote of the day, which is inspired by the letter D. So today's quote is inspired by the Dalai Lama, and his quote says, "We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves." Enough said, guys. Ponder on that thought. And yeah, it's such a powerful statement. We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. So that's the reason why I'm here, to make peace with myself, so my outer world can reflect what my inner world is feeling. So yeah, please do like, share and subscribe. Join the tribe, and I will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful week. Don't forget, you know, the tips, the challenges and the changes that we need to make for this week, inspired by the letter D. Let me know what yours are and what you're going to be working on this week down below in the comment section, and I will see you soon. See you later.